It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I got a beer here from America. It's by Terrapin Beer Company, and it's a can of Hopsecutioner IPA. Now, I've reviewed this beer previously on the channel, but I was looking at the can last night. I was out here in this conservatory, just pottering about. In this bar, I should say, not conservatory. In my bar, I was pottering about. I was making sure the lights were working on the bar and making sure everything was kind of all hunky-dory out here. And this can caught my eye. And there's so many hops on this can. You got Mr. Terrapin there as the executioner, you know, off with his head type of thing. But they're chopping the heads off the hops, which is fantastic. And I thought, I'm going to review that in the morning. It's 7.3% ABV. It's in a 12 fluid ounce can. And there's 6 varieties of hops in this beer. We'll get round to that in a moment. But first of all, I want to get it out into a glass and see what we get. Thank you very much to the wonderful American sender who was kind enough to send me this Terrapin beer. I really appreciate it. We got a 3-finger white head. This slow-moving carbonation rolling up the middle of the glass. It's an amber, slightly hazy amber coloured beer. Looks really good. Looks really, really good. Terrapin Beer. They're one of those classic American breweries. They've never made it to the UK. They've never exported their beer to the UK. Or not that I've not known them to export their beer to the UK, but it's a brewery that you know of. If you're into beer, and you're into beer whether you're from Poland or the UK or Germany or France or Spain, if you're into beer, you will know of Terrapin Beer Company. They've got a really good reputation in America, in California, of producing really good beer. So, without further ado then, that tight head is still sticking around. It's 7.3% ABV, so you would struggle to call it a double IPA, but you would also struggle to call it an IPA, because it's kind of in that kind of no man's land region, isn't it, where it's nearly a double IPA, but in American terms, a double IPA starts at 8% ABV, and this is only 7.3. I say only, it's 7.3% ABV, but it has that kind of no man's land feel about it. It's a bit strong to call it a regular IPA, but I suppose that's what it is, a regular IPA. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, it's like bursting with hops. Bursting with tropical hops. The hops around the top of the can. So we got Warrior, Chinook, Simcoe, Amarillo, Cascade, and Centennial. That's like a dream, isn't it? That is like dreamland when it comes to hops. And it's got that classic American look to the beer. It's got that classic American aroma. Some of the beers, or most of the IPA from America, they have this kind of slightly sweet, candied beginning to the beer, and then it goes over to kind of passion fruit, mango, grapefruit, orange peel, fleshy blood orange, all of those wonderful hop aromas, spicy, peppery. Wonderful. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What a beer. What a beer. Oh, that is so drinkable. It's so drinkable. It's so refreshing. Starts off with that American sweetness. American IPA sweetness. That kind of deep amber golden coloured IPA sweetness that you associate with something like maybe a Sierra Nevada Torpedo or something from Flying Dog, something from Stone Brewing Company, something from Terrapin. They all have this base malt sweetness, and that is there to offset the amount of hops in the beer. This beer is monumentally bitter. It's got a lovely bitterness on the back end, but it's not just bitter for being bitter's sake. It's got a lovely crescendo of grapefruit, orange peel, lemon, kind of pithy, spicy, peppery orange peels and pepperiness and spiciness, and it's just wonderful beer. The mouthfeel, it's 7.3% ABV, so you're getting this kind of creaminess, this wonderful mouthfeel. Oh, it's good. It is really good beer. A little tickle of carbonation. Carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, releases more of that flavour. The bitterness on the back end though, it's fantastic, really fantastic. But it's like, it's not just bitterness for the sake of bitterness. It's like an orange peel, spicy, peppery bitterness that's just longing and it just goes on and on and on. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, for that wonderful American sender, thank you very much for sending, really appreciate it. I have previously reviewed the beer. In all honesty, because I've already reviewed the beer in the can, I was just going to drink this, but I'm really pleased that I've gone back and reviewed the beer for a second time, because I must have appreciated it the first time. I probably look an awful lot older now than I did when I first reviewed it, but definitely my hair's longer and I got a couple more creases in my forehead. Hey ho, doesn't bother me. But my point is that this was worth reviewing again. This was definitely worth reviewing again. It is fantastic. Are 6 varieties of hops in a beer enough to lose your hop head over? We at Terrapin think so. To prove it, we've made our Hopsecutioner IPA with the choicest buds we could find. We hope you enjoy this. Man, I've enjoyed this. It's a killer IPA. There you go. It really is. Now, also what I'm going to say, the other thing I'm going to say is, and I said it I just reviewed a German Mazen beer. And I was talking about the fact that I'd love to go back to Germany. The one thing I've never done in my life, and I'm 43, and I'm starting to wonder if I will ever do it, is go to America. I would love to go to America. I would love to experience California. I would love to kind of experience like that beating heart of American IPA. I'd love to go and experience that. It's something that I have to do. get this body over there to America. And when you try a beer like this, it makes you kind of think even more. I've been saying this for years now. How many years have I been saying to all my regular followers on this channel, how many years have I been saying I need to go to America? I need to drink American beer. I never do I? I bang on about it all the time, but I never do. I need to do it. I need to do America. My kids are nearly finishing school. They're nearly finishing school. They're nearly off to sixth form and uni and all of that stuff. And I've nearly got my independence back. And the moment I get my independence back, phew, I am absolutely out of here. Out of here, I am. Rated. Love this beer. Spicy, peppery, sweet, grapefruit, passion fruit, mango, orange peel, fleshy blood orange. Sweetness here, spicy, peppery, bitterness over here. Hopsecutioner is the complete dream for me of American IPA. It's the reason why I dream of going to America. It's for beers like this. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.